What's up, everyone? Welcome back for the second week of the Malamar Games. This week, the theme is a really interesting one, first letter, last letter. So the idea is that you have to choose you have to choose your team in a certain order. It only works in a certain order, where the last letter of the first mon needs to be the same as the first letter of the second mon, and so on for third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. We're up against AndyLaVGC, really cool player, great channel. I'm going to link them in the description below, so definitely go check them out. Yeah, let's just go through the team real quick. So first off, for the letters, the order is Sandy Shocks, ends in S, goes into Slacking, ends in G, Grafii, Indeedee. The forms don't count, so Indeedee technically ends in E. We go into Espathra. There's very few Pokemon in this generation that end in E, so that was quite big for us. And then finally, we have Armarouge, from A to Armarouge. I'll be real, for my building in this format, I just wanted to throw as many wacky gimmicks in as possible. So let's go over them real quick. We've got the weakness policy Armarouge. It goes Terra Grass. It gets hit by the Scarf Grafii U-turn. We're going with Scarf and Unburden instead of Prankster. It's a bit of a gamble because of the lack of speed control, but the idea being that we won't mess ourselves up with our own psychic terrain on Indeedee, and also if we manage to switcheroo the Scarf off, then Unburden procs. That's really nice. So yeah, we do the U-turn off and do Indeedee standard, get the weak armor, speed boost, the weakness policy, special attack boost, and just go crazy with the expanding forces, right? Then we also have our standard Sandy Shocks, Espathra, Gravity Hypnosis gimmicks. Gotta love that. And then you can use that same Grafii for Doodle to get rid of Slacking's Truant ability and hopefully smack something with it. So yeah, we just going completely balls to the wall. Like I want to just get one of these gimmicks off during the match and, you know, hit someone. If it's not a surprise, because I feel like Andy's a competent player and he's gonna see it coming. But at the same time, some of these gimmicks you simply can't stop, and with a really restrictive kind of format like this, where you have to choose according to spellings, I've already seen some players choosing like really terrible mons just to make their team legal. Yeah, it's very possible they won't be able to stop a lot of this. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop into the set and see how I did against Andy. Okay, let's hop right into these games. So, right off the bat, I just want to say Andy has done a fantastic job with the theme, going from Slowking to Great Tusk to Kingambit to Talonflame, E, then the Electros. Making use of Electros there is one of the only other E mons was big. That's why I used Espathra, and then Salamence to end it. So what I realized even when I played this game was that Talon Tusk is a massive problem for my team, and I really should have seen it coming considering one flows into the other. I have a lot of really fast stuff, but nothing that handles priority Tailwind. So I think for game one, I kind of just decided to Hail Mary it and go for my Grafii into Armarouge cheese here. It would be really great if we can proc that the weakness policy and the weak armor, but if they set Tailwind turn one, then that's probably not going to work for me. And at that point, maybe even it would have been worth running an actual normal Trick Room set. But yeah, no, we are in trouble here. Assuming they lead that way, and they do. So, like I said, I don't remember at this point my exact plays during this, so this is going to be fun for me to watch as well. It's kind of not the normal commentary where I'm the player. So I'm swapping Armarouge into Indeedee. I guess that would be like potentially to stop a Brave Bird if they're going for that. But this game does not look good. I think I might just lose this immediately. We're going for the switcheroo, and like giving away Scarf is fine and all, but oh, I don't like this play coming from me. I think I was more just realizing that I had literally no shot from turn one. But it would kind of make sense for them not to click Tailwind. Maybe I should have just gone for the gimmick, honestly. Let's see how it goes. If they click Tailwind EQ, then there was nothing I could have really done there. But if they don't, then I should have kind of stuck to my guns. Yeah, they do. Okay, yes. Ooh, let's see how this goes. I guess Terra Grass might have been good. And actually, so yeah, in retrospect, if I had managed to trick that onto the Talonflame, no, it wouldn't have mattered, right? Because they moved before me, so they would get to lock into something good. So yeah, this is pretty brutal, actually. Man, actually borderline embarrassing. So yeah, Andy completely cornered me here. Let's just see. I don't know if I managed to even make this close to competitive. Swapping out the Talonflame totally makes sense. You want to... I'm putting on no offensive pressure here. You might as well get multiple big attackers out to take advantage of that Tailwind. Yeah, go for the Protect. I guess it makes sense for sure. Like, there's no way they let Ndidi live, but very much just forestalling the inevitable here. We did steal the Focus Sash, though, so I guess that's nice, but what is this going to do, really? We get information, actually. That isn't bad, right? So now we know it's Citrus Salamence. We know it's Focus Sash, Great Tusk. This game is very much lost, but because we're talking closed team sheets, it's actually worthwhile gathering as much information as possible. And on the other hand, we are because my opponent has gotten Talonflame off the board, it means that I might actually be able to stall out the rest of Tailwind and then use my very fast booster energy Sandy Shocks in the back. Maybe make some kind of comeback there. Because Great Tusk has really bad special defense and it's clicked Headlong Rush once, right? So at -1, Sandy Shocks might be able to do something here. And Armorage is Terra Grass also, so honestly, yeah, turn 1, I obviously I should Terra here, right? I need to Terra one of them at least. But I could have Terra Grassed turn 1 while swapping an Ndidi. That would have stopped a Brave Bird, that would have let me click Expanding Force. Expanding Force may not Oko a Talonflame without a boosting item, but that would have been the play anyway. Then you can even follow me the following turn, but I'm double protecting here for the Tailwind. Makes sense. And we also get information this is Helping Hands. This is a pure support Salamence by the looks of it. Like, it wouldn't be surprising if it has like Draco Meteor or something along those lines, just to get like one bit of burst damage out, but it looks like it's mostly here for Intimidate and to help out its partners and to stay alive with that Citrus Berry. So the Tailwind is over now, so I should at least be faster with Sandy Shocks. Armorage, maybe, maybe not. It really depends how... Yeah, the problem is that an EQ kills both of my mons, right? So there's no like calling the Terra properly here. You kind of just have to hope that the Sandy Shocks can take it out. But they withdraw Great Tusk actually, and put King Gambit in. So I think this Earth Power actually will do something. So we're getting back into this game now. Even though the Expanding Force is going to do nothing now, right? Because they protect here. Get a nice EQ off there. Not EQ, Earth Power. But that's a 2-hit KO, which is also big. getting a lot of information that way as well. But our terrain is gone now, and that is very much less than ideal. Yeah, so we can Aura Sphere that King Gambit for sure, and then are we going for Raw Thunders here, or do we want to click Gravity? Sounds like I'm just rolling the dice. But with the terrain gone, it means they can start sucker punching, and that kind of chip is just gonna... Ultimately, they just want to get Talon Tuskcraft back on the field, right? Yeah. Ow. Although that does make me fast now, which is very nice. The other issue, though, is that I still have not... Thunder misses, of course. I still haven't chipped the Talonflame at all, so it still has the priority Brave Bird, no matter how fast I happen to be. But we get a KO on the board. Considering the rough start, I will take that every time. But yeah, no, that is going to go ahead and be the end of it right there. I think what I really needed there was not just a Thunder hit, but a Thunder Para, because it wasn't going to kill. Yeah, now it can Talonflame. So at this point, you could attack something for information. Might as well, honestly, see how much a Thunder does. I think we can assume it's Guudoko Talonflame, so you can maybe see how much it does. But no, it looks like this is where I called it. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and skip over to game 2. Right, so this time I go for the Sandy Shocks Espathra combo. It is Espathra. I've been saying it Espathra this whole time, with the side spam in the back. That makes a lot of sense. It's the only gimmick that might actually be able to handle this, the reason being that like a couple turns of speed boosts will allow us to be faster than the Great Tusk. And with the booster energy on Sandy Shocks, we might even be faster than it in Tailwind. I'm not 100% sure. I know, like, Bundle, for example, absolutely outspeeds Great Tusk in Tailwind with booster energy on speed, but Sandy is not nearly as fast as Bundle, so... I'd have to calc that to know for sure. And it's probably something I should have done during this match. So here, we have some interesting possibilities, right? Because we have Terra Grass on Sandy to not take a rough EQ here, right? But at the same time, that opens us up to Brave Bird. So it's kind of it's a big read there on both our parts. And we also have this Gravity Hypnosis combination. But we may want to protect Espathra for a turn. No, it's Espathra. Okay. I've been having mild Pokemon dyslexia. Okay, so we get the Terra off. The hope is that they just click Tailwind EQ, but we have the Focus Sash on our Espathra, right? So that means that it'll live anything no matter what. But they go for the Protect. Okay. Protect Tailwind. That actually could not go better for us, because what this means is that we can just protect Espathra for one more turn now, and we will be faster than the Great Tusk, not than the Talonflame. The Talonflame actually has a higher base speed, so we need 3 turns. And we click the Tailwind, the Hypnosis into the Talonflame. Okay, amazing. That... big improvement from game 1 for sure. And we get our first speed boost, so great. Okay, so from here, yeah, it's kind of hard to say. Our Thunders are guaranteed to hit now. And Gravity's set up, so Earth Power will actually be super effective against a Talonflame. And because I'm Terra Grass on Sandy Shocks, I don't have to worry at all about the damage output from that Great Tusk. And they're going to Terra it, so I assume ground? Yeah, extra damage. Makes sense. Yeah, we protect Espathra. We want to keep that Sash intact. We're not worried about damage onto Sandy. And we can get some damage down now. Oh, and they do read me, though, going for the CC. And that really hurts, admittedly. But now they are... in really rough shape, because we can just double them and take them out with that -1. Yeah, right down to Sash. Fantastic. Now the problem, though, is that I still haven't popped Talonflame's Gale Wings, so yeah, that's what we do. We go ahead and swap into Indeedee to protect from that potentially happening. And then... kind of hate that I did... Yeah, we just want to take it out entirely then, I guess. That makes sense. The Protect on Great Tusk seems pretty obvious, so this isn't a bad call to make, in my opinion. And yeah, if they get the Wake, then they won't be able to attack with Brave Bird. Okay, terrain goes up. But they stay asleep, so that was... if I had taken the gamble, could have gotten the double KO that turn. And they don't protect with Tusk. Okay, wow. Just go for the EQ. So that actually could not have gone worse for me that turn. I tried to cover my bases, but they do kill their own Talonflame thanks to the gravity, so that's nice. God, yeah, I could have clicked Dazzling Gleam, although Dazzling would have popped the Gale Wings, but... I would be faster after all the speed boosts anyway, so it wouldn't really matter. Okay, out comes King Gambit, which is also really painful here, because, what are we doing? Yeah, at the very least we stop at Sucker Punches, which is nice, but I so wish that I had just double attacked last turn. That would have been a much better play. Would have had me in a 4v2 situation at this point. And they actually withdraw the King Gambit. That's an interesting play. And bring in Salamence. Yeah, go for Follow Me. It makes sense. We don't want to get hit by a Kowtow or anything. And then this Dazzle, actually great. Well, that Salamence is incredibly bulky. Like, Espathra is not the strongest thing in the world, but it's still a super effective move off of a max invested in special attack Mon. And their Tailwind's gone now, so that's also really good. And out comes King Gambit. Alright, so we are technically in that 4v2 situation, but three of my Mons actually are very low HP. So very much not over. And I still have a turn of Gravity, so I can take advantage of that and start clicking some Hypnosises, which would be nice. Yeah, there we go. That is the play. Beautiful. Get that down. Hopefully Indeedee goes down here, and then you can maybe get Armor Rouge in to click Armor Cannon or Aura Steel into it. This is where the Psychic Seed actually hurts us. I wanted that Indeedee to go down. Okay. Yeah, so what do you do? Yeah, I guess just Helping Hand and Lumina Crash sounds right. You still have the terrain, at least, and the terrain powers up, even though Salamence isn't grounded. Yeah, so maybe Helping Hand Dazzle was the play. Get a little bit of chip down on King Gambit, because I'm not 100% sure Armor Cannon kills without any kind of boosting item. And it's one of the weakness policy strats actually messing me up here, too. I think just a standard slow Armor Rouge would have been better. There's one more turn of terrain. I'll do it again. Although, no, maybe I actually might need to preserve the terrain, because the threat of Sucker Punch might ruin this whole thing. Kind of praying for sleep turns here, I think. Well, that's good. That means that Salamence is 100% in range of pretty much anything, I guess. Definitely a Thunder, definitely an Expanding Force. Okay, I just go for the Air Slash. We really need King Gambit to stay asleep. If it gets a Kowtow Cleave off, I think this game is over. And it does. Okay, that's definitely nice. Terrain is gone. We get it right back in. And yeah, that Salamence is almost certainly faster than Armor Rouge, right? So I guess you follow me Armor Cannon here. Fun fact, Armor Cannon is actually slightly stronger than Aura Sphere here, just because of the stab and the higher base power, despite Aura Sphere being 4 times effective. And I just go for the Helping Hand. That's a little ballsy on my part, but I guess it's fine, right? Because Armor is just still at full health, so it doesn't matter. And they air slash the Indeedee anyway. So yeah, this helping, that was actually probably necessary to pick up an Oko here, and I think that should do it. What do we got? Beautiful. Okay, yeah, so now we get the 2v1 situation to finish it up, and Sandy is 100% faster than the Salamence here, with or without the booster energy, which it doesn't have anymore. And that Salamence should be at -2 from the Lumina Crash, so any attack that hits should do it. I feel like I should click Gravity here. I'm just going for the Thunder. Okay. I mean, so I clearly didn't play this set optimally. It hit also, so it didn't matter in the end. But I'm pretty sure the correct play here is to Expanding Force and Gravity. We know that Sandy's faster, so if they somehow manage to Oko Armor Rouge here, then we would have a guaranteed Thunder the next turn, as opposed to potentially missing 2 Thunders in a row, which would be bad. Anyway, so we are in this set, though. We took a game despite the matchup being a little iffy, so let's see if we can close this out now. I'm going to go ahead and skip to Team Preview again. And yeah, it looks like I chose the exact same 4, and that makes a lot of sense to me, personally. Like, I don't think I have any other lead into that Talon Tusk. There's literally no way around it, so... It's unfortunate I didn't get to show off the slacking, but because they have that Tailwind lead, like, I'm never going to manage to click Doodle with the monkey, Grafii, and that means that, yeah, if I had just not tried to be too fancy and gone with the standard Prankster set, then I would have been able to use slacking. Although it's arguable how good slacking would have been here, right? It would have been wisped and CC'd by this lead as well. So, anyway, back into it, and it's same leads again. At this point, I feel like I have to throw Andy a curveball, right? Because I terrored the Sandy Shocks last time, and the Brave Bird, it's asking for a Brave Bird, right? So we can go, okay, yeah, that's exactly what my thought process was. So we go for the Protect, and then we do a Lumina Crash. You know, okay, I remember this. This is a totally fine play, but if I'm making this read, I should have clicked Dazzle instead, because I know the Tusk has Sash. I'm not throwing it regardless. And if I click Dazzle, then I proceed to break the Gale Wings on Talonflame, and I will be faster with both of my Mons after the speed boost and the boost strategy. So yeah, that could have been really nice. Yeah, they totally went for the Brave Bird into that slot, yeah, so we called it this time. Go for the Lumina Crash, that's nice. Half HP. And admittedly, I wouldn't have gotten the 2-hit KO with that Terra had I clicked Dazzle, so there's something to be said for that play, but... So now we're in a bit of a spot because they do still threaten just Tailwind EQ now. I guess I could go for the read and try a Terra Grass and just assume that they'd never do it otherwise. You could also swap an Indeedee to stop a Brave Bird, I suppose, but what would I do if I were me? If I were me back when I played this game. Alright, let's see here. Okay, we're going for the Terra Grass, click Gravity, and then you gotta Protect, yeah. Because once you get a second turn of speed boost, then Espathra will be faster than Great Tusk. And actually, because we're going for this play, Talonflame keeping its Gale Wings might not be the worst thing in the world, because that's usually its only attacking move. So swapping an Indeedee the following turn would make it so that it can't attack us even though it's faster, naturally. And they just go for the tailwind. Okay, yeah, good stuff. Yeah, the Tusk is faster than us under tailwind with our booster energy, so we needed to Terra to live this. But now we get the gravity off. Okay, this game is actually going reasonably well. We're kind of making the reads. Real comeback from game 1. Yeah, so now Espathra's at +2. Yeah, I think we gotta swap Indeedee in to stop the Brave Bird, and then hard to say. Dazzle wouldn't be bad to break the Gale Wings now, because it would fail initially, then you break the Gale Wings, and then you're just faster after one more turn. But this Dazzle won't kill Great Tusk, so this is kind of a gamble on them protecting. I don't know why they would, to be perfectly honest. Maybe I'm assuming they'd CC. Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with this play on my own part either. But we did call the Brave Bird at least, so that's good. It's so close to Brilliance, but not quite, you know? Oh, but because of the Lumina Crash, no, actually that's totally right, because they're at -2 from it, so Dazzle does pick up. Okay. So now we're in a pretty solid spot, because we have the terrain up to boost the Lumina Crashes, and we're at +3 speed, so we're faster than anything on their side with the Tailwind up. Yeah, not a bad spot at all, actually. King Gambit, though, his problem. I would really hope that Lumina with oh, we're going for the Hypnosis play. That makes sense, yeah. Got that gravity up, might as well use it. Yeah, you know, in retrospect, like, because I have this terrain up, I probably could have just forced them to keep clicking useless Brave Birds. Okay, now we're at +4. It doesn't really matter. This is where I kind of wish I had stored power too, right? Instead of the Lumina Crash. So we're getting in... Oh, I'm swapping an ED out, That means that I'm really depending on this Lumina Crash on terrain killing. But Talonflame is pretty frail, and this should be a powerful attack. I don't know. I feel like it should pick up. No. Okay, yeah. That's so painful. If I'd just not been greedy, stayed in and helping handed, it would have been enough. But the recoil's not enough to knock it out, and they get the 1-turn wake. And they crit. I think that mattered. Oh, that game was going so well until it just suddenly was not. I think that actually might seal it. We still have 2 full health mons in the back. The problem, though, is that if they click Tailwind, then the King is definitely faster than the Armor-Rouge, and if I follow me that away, yeah, that's really brutal. And I don't know that Armor Cannon will kill without the Helping Hand. Am I going for the Aura Sphere instead? There are so many things that went so wrong that last turn. If Talonflame knocked itself out from recoil, we still could have won this. But it's barely hanging on after all that. That's a lot of greed on my part. Yeah, what are we going for here? Oh, and they're withdrawing the King Gambit too. Okay. Into Salamence. Oh, that's really good. Okay, so it might not be over yet. Let's see. And they go for Taunt. It's also pretty smart, right, in case I hit Trick Room. But man, yeah, despite all that bad stuff that happened, had I clicked Expanding Force to get rid of Talonflame off the board, it would have been fine. Absolutely brutal. But one turn away into crit off of a turn where we barely missed the kill. That was very unfortunate. Weak armor, okay, that's something. That means we get our speed up and they're still not clicking that tailwind. Single target expanding force, just quite a bit. But they have a Draco. Okay. That, wow. Okay, dude. Barely missed the kill. Okay, okay. And, oh, the terrain's gone. Now it's over. Now it's over, yeah. Just because of Sucker Punch. Man, that game was so close. Upsetting. Still, what a great set. Like, I gotta say, like, Andy's creativity on this week probably was a little better than mine. I kind of just went for a bunch of very common gimmicks. Let's see how this game plays out. But the problem is that I have nothing that can hurt King Gambit. Yeah, but the Hail Mary is that they doubled the armors for some reason. Oh, but that's also just brilliant, right? The protect there too. Yeah, no, absolutely hats off to Andy there. There's nothing I really could have done. He played out this end game absolutely perfectly. Yeah, I've got to go for the double, right? And even if I get this, I think a Kowtow would just kill me, right? It's not the end. If I got the double, no double. If you get the double, then it comes down to Sucker Punch Mind Games, which would be something, which actually just happened. So yeah, but they hit the slash too. So yeah, now it's 100% over because indeed he has nothing that can actually touch King Gambit. Anyway, fantastic set to Andy. I still have a couple more Malamar weeks to get caught up on before we are up to date that I played. So definitely stay tuned for those. And I also intend to do some regular content, like back to laddering stuff like I used to do back in Sword and Shield. So yeah, stay tuned. And until next time.